So today, we are going to cover everything that a first-time home buyer needs to know before buying an off-plan property in Dubai. Buying your first home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. If you're considering buying off-plan within Dubai, there's a few things you absolutely need to know and understand before signing anything. In this video, I'll walk you through the entire process from choosing the right developer and understanding payment plans to mortgages, hidden costs, and some of the biggest mistakes I see first-time buyers make. Step 1. Don't choose the developer first. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen buyers make is choosing a project simply because they recognize the developer's name. Now, a well-known developer isn't automatically the best choice. Now, before making a decision, ask yourself, how many projects has the developer completed? Were they delivered on time? How is the construction quality? And how do existing owners rate their experience? And lastly, how have their previous projects performed in the resale market? Now, a developer with billboards all over Dubai doesn't necessarily offer the best value. My advice is to compare the market as a whole before narrowing down your options. Step 2, the reservation process. Once you've decided on a project and selected your unit, the buying process begins. The first step is submitting an EOI, which we call an expression of interest. An EOI is a reservation payment that tells the developer that you're serious about purchasing. The amount varies from one developer to another. It forms part of your initial deposit. Developers generally want 5% of the total amount, but can be rounded figures like 20 for a studio or 50k for a one bedroom and 200k for a villa or a townhouse. Now, once the developer accepts your reservation, you'll receive a booking form. This document contains the details of your purchase, including the property details and, importantly, the details of the broker representing you. This is something many buyers overlook. Having a broker listed on the booking form is incredibly important because it allows them to continue representing you through the whole construction period. If the communication with the developer slows down, your broker can step in and help keep everything on track with clear communication. Step 3, paying the deposit. After signing the booking form, you'll normally be asked to complete the remainder of the deposit. In most cases, the total deposit is around 20% of the total purchase price. Some developers only require 10%, while others allow part of the deposit to be paid over in a short period, usually between 1 or 2 months. Each developer structures this slightly different. Step 4, Dubai's land apartment fees. Once your deposit has been received, you'll pay the DLD, which is a Dubai Land Apartment Registration Fee. This is 4% of the purchase price and is paid to the DLD, which is the Dubai Land Apartment and not the developer. You'll also usually pay an administration fee, which is commonly around 5,250 dirhams, although this varies depending on the developer. Step 5, the SPA. After the initial payment has been completed, you receive a sales purchase agreement, commonly known as the SPA. This is a legal agreement between yourself and the developer. Once signed and processed, your ownership will be registered with the Dubai Land Apartment and you'll be able to view your property through the Dubai Rest app. Now, understanding payment plans. Every developer structures their payment plan differently. A standard payment plan usually begins with 20% down payment, following the installments throughout construction until handover. Some developers also offer post-handover payment plans. These allow buyers to continue paying after receiving the keys, often through monthly installments over 1, 2, or 3 years. While these plans can improve affordability, it's important to understand that they often come with a higher purchase price. In many cases, post-handover plans are around 10 to 15% more expensive than your standard payment plan offering. Let's talk about mortgages. One question I'm asked all the time is, can I get a mortgage on my off-plan property? Now, generally speaking, banks do not finance properties that are still under construction because there isn't yet a completed asset to use as security. In most cases, you manage to arrange your mortgage closer to handover. Now, there are some exceptions, particularly the larger developers that have agreements with certain banks will be able to give you a mortgage for 50% of the last amount of your payment plan. But these are not the norm. When the time comes to apply for financing, I strongly recommend working with an independent mortgage specialist. They'll compare offers from multiple banks across the UAE and negotiate on your behalf. Many buyers go directly to their bank first, assuming that they'll get the best rate. Now, in reality, that's often not the case. Your bank does not feel the need to offer a competitive rate, seeing you already bank with them. So bringing a competitive rate will motivate them to readjust their rate and then help you in turn. But if you already went to the bank yourself, the specialist will not be allowed to visit that bank again themselves. So having someone compare their entire market can potentially save you a significant amount over a life of your mortgage. Now, why representation matters. Now, this is probably the most overlooked part of buying off plan. Many buyers assume that once the sales process is complete, everything gets simply taken care of from then on. Now, unfortunately, it's not always the case. Now, sales representatives from the developer often move to different developers. Projects change hands. The communication can sometimes become inconsistent during construction. This is where having an experienced representative comes invaluable. Your broker continues to represent your interest long after the sale has been completed. Whether it's following up with the developer, answering questions, assisting with documentation, or helping resolve communication issues, your broker should remain your point of contact throughout the whole process. The important thing to understand is, if your broker isn't listed on the booking form, they're generally unable to step in later and assist you with matters relating to your purchase. That's why choosing the right representation in the beginning is so important. Now, my final thought is buying your first home should be exciting, not overwhelming. Take your time, compare developers, understand the payment plan, budget for all additional costs, and most importantly, work with someone who represents your interests rather than simply selling you a project. The quality of your decision will have a far greater impact than simply choosing the most recognizable developer. If there is any other topics with regards to off-plan you'd like me to cover, leave them in the comments below. I'm Tian, your off-plan specialist. Thank you for watching and have a great day.